Hello, my name's Ryan. I'm the owner of TheNorthCop. Welcome to the group, obviously. I'm assuming you're a new member if you're watching this video. So this video will go over the basics of the Discord group and the features that we offer. Feel free to skip through the video. You can click on the timestamps below for specific information like bots, proxies, setting up monitors, setting up the role assignment, keyword, pinger, monitor alerts, everything. So we're going to go over the rules of the server first. So in the rules category here, these are actually all your categories here. This is your rules channel. In the rules channel, this is where you can find the basic rules for our group. So we don't allow obvious things like scamming, promotions. We don't do cracked bots, or we don't do racism, and that's not allowed in our group. So if you are caught doing that, you'll be penalized through warnings or through bans and mutes and so on. So just please respect our rules. We try to keep this an open community for everybody, and the community only goes as far as what members do. So if you want this to be a nice place, please respect our rules. So up next, you're probably wondering for your renewal, how does it work? Your renewals can be found in the Renewal Information tab. This is open to you when your renewals are up. So right now, the third role of the server, which is 113, their renewal is coming up soon on the 24th of September. So you'll notice that when you join the group, you'll be assigned a role automatically if you verify your key. Your role basically just tells me when you renew, and it'll also help you keep track of when you renew. So each role 111 renews on the 1st of the month, the second renews on the 11th, and the third renews on the 24th. So the renewals are not automatic. You need to submit a renewal request through our command spot, and you'll get instructions on how to do that when it's your time to renew. Up next, we have support. So you're probably wondering how you can ask questions and who's going to answer them. In our staff team, we have dedicated admins and support that are there to help you and answer your questions all the time. You can ask questions in the Q&A channel under the support category. We try our best to get back to you as soon as possible, so you can see here on the side we've got admins and moderators, and there are some that are offline as well. But if you ever need help, just feel free to ping one of them or ping myself. You can also send me a DM. I always answer them back. Everybody knows that I'm on Discord all the time, so this is what I do. If you need more direct help, we usually tell you to open up a ticket, and what a ticket does is it just brings the attention of all the staff and all the admins towards the ticket and try to give you the best help possible. This could be useful for like bot setups and getting information on releases that we otherwise haven't posted. So you can do this in Create Ticket. All you have to do is click on the ticket tool reaction right here, and it will open up a ticket for you over here. It'll go under the support, and you'll have your ticket, and the staff will be the only ones able to see this. Once you're done, you can either click on the lock or just let a staff member know and they'll lock it for you. So up next, we have the assigning roles. When you join the server, you're going to be put into the landing area. The role assignment is what's going to help you to get pings for certain drops in certain areas like Montreal, Ontario, Quebec, and so on. Everywhere across Canada, we do our best to alert people of drops or restocks at their local stores. So in the role assignment channel, you can click on the proper reaction to get the role added to you. It'll automatically be added to you on your own. So the location role, if you want Ontario, you would click on there. British Columbia, you would click there, and so on. Right here, this is our monitor alerts role. The monitor alerts tie into our restock and drop monitors, which we will go over later in the video. But if you want to get alerts for things that drop on there, specifically pings and so on, you can click on the little fire emoji here and it'll add the monitor alerts role to you. So next we have our information category. This can be found here. The server announcements is where you can find information on our server, how we're doing, and if we're dropping things. Recently we did a drop at SneakerCon and members were able to get free months there. This is also where I show off some of our features that we have upcoming, things that bring us success. And I usually just post like little feedback forms here. You can choose to fill them out if you want to. Everything that you give us back in terms of feedback always helps the server. We are totally ran on feedback, so if you don't give us feedback, we'll never know what you think of the group. Under the information category, there's release information. This is where we post information on little drops or restocks, bot drops, of course. You can just go through this and see what's been posted and so on, and it'll give you an idea of what's coming up. We do our best to ping you of things that are coming out, like bot drops and restocks. Up next, we've got the feature updates in our information category. This is where I post some features that are coming up, things that I personally develop or have people developing for me. But an example of this would be the Supreme bot that I made for us and the Shopify bot that's coming soon. You can find these programs in the scripts category, which we'll go over later as well. So in the release reminders channel, this is where you'll get alerted for drops throughout the night. Typically, we try to have a staff member on throughout the night, but if we don't, or if it's a school night, we try to alert the monitor alerts role, and it automatically does this at certain times 10 minutes before the drops are supposed to happen. So the next few channels are a little bit self-explanatory. In the giveaways channel is just where we give away some things. Group buys, this is where we usually have group buys for proxies and bots and tools and things that will basically help your success in our group. Next, we have the community important channel. This is where you can post information that you find. Please don't talk in this channel. It's not meant for talking, just where you can post information. This is just a brick channel. Anybody that wants cool personal shoes and of that sort, you can post something in here for other people. Adidas Splash Stock. This is a custom monitor that I have made. This will automatically alert us if things go of the stock on Adidas CA, the size is loaded, and if they're ready to be purchased. This is especially helpful if you have an Adidas bot because it tells you when you are able to start your tasks. So we ran it for the Cloud Whites, and you see that the stock consistently dropped like every minute or so, went down another 100 stock, and so on until there was no more. And we were catching a little bit of restocks here and there. There was 4 of size 7 and 3 of size 7 and so on, but eventually it went out of stock, and so the monitor stopped updating for that. It'll also try to catch new products on the splash page as it did today. So that's it for the information category. Next we'll talk about the discussions category. So the discussions category is just where members can speak and interact with each other. It's not something that everybody has to do. If you're social, you can use it. If you're not, then just feel free to use the information, and you don't have to talk, but it's nice to have friends who also enjoy doing the same thing that you do. Not everybody in real life is on board with what we do, but it's a very niche market, so if you have if you want to make friends, the opportunity is always there for you to do so. So it's just where you can speak, and there's a general voice for when we do drops in the morning. Usually a lot of us get in the voice chat and we speak with each other. It's easier that way to communicate drops and restocks, but if you don't want to be in there, it's okay. Everything will be posted in the release channels. So after that, we have our resources category. Under here, you can find leaked information like shoes that are coming up. We also have a guides channel where you can read guides on like the Supreme Postal Code guide, which is usually beneficial for Canadians because Supreme declines a lot of our orders. You can also learn how to get sneakers in Canada, which is very useful for America drops. With the sneakers in Canada, you will need a reshipper, and we have provided a reshipping guide for you as well. You can choose to self-clear items too, but this is a lengthy process and isn't really worth it in the end. Up next, we have the queue bypass channel. This is useful for Shopify sites. A queue bypass allows you to add a product to cart, click on a bookmark, and it'll automatically bypass the queue and allow you to check out. Some sites do have bot protection for it, but A lot of them don't or don't really care, so this is useful on most sites, I would say, not all of them. You can get our site lists here. They're automatically posted to us by a provider. If you click on the site list, it'll automatically open it up, and you can view the site lists here and go through it. You can click on the little tabs below. It'll bring up the inertias, the cloud whites, the citrons, and so on. It's complete with times, raffles, everything needed in order to give you the correct information for you to cop. Up next, we have the slots channel. This is where staff and myself, we post our slots for you to purchase or complete for free. Slots are ran on our personal bots using proxies and servers and so on, and they just aid in success throughout our whole group. So if you don't have a bot, this is a place that you can go to get slots for free or slots for a very minimal price. This is our bot setups channel. If you do have a bot, you can look here for little setups for yourself, and this is just what our staff use, and our staff are very knowledgeable about bots. So if you are looking to run a bot or do have a bot, you can use these little guides here. After that, we have our commands channel. This is where you can get commands for our group. If you type !help, it'll post a little commands blurb here. You can click on the next icon to bring up the next screen, and click it again to bring up the last one. You can do any of these commands here. It's especially helpful for our Supreme. So if you do !sup space and then your region followed by the amount of a Supreme item, like $200, it'll convert it into Canadian total for you, including your duties and your taxes. So if you're looking to buy Supreme or flip Supreme, this is a good option. There's also many other commands in here. You can create bypass URLs, generate add to cart links, Nike CA add to cart links, Shopify shipping rates. You can calculate the delay for your bots. You can make Shopify accounts. Yeah, so it's just a very useful tool that we have. You can also check Adidas stock of products. So this is the next channel. It's called Raffle Alerts. It's also provided to us, but you can click on the links here to get directed to a raffle for the shoe in the site. It's useful. It's just a monitor. It automatically updates with new raffles that are posted out instantly. The next monitor here, this is StockX Supply. It's under our resources because it's commonly used and it is a resource for some members. It'll catch products that go under retail or under the last sale by a considerable amount, and you can click on the purchase link to be brought to the product where you can purchase yourself. So up next we have the release category. If you see me skipping over any categories, I'll come back to them. They're just they're coming up, so don't worry. So under the releases category, this is where you can find information for upcoming releases and releases that are currently going on. So under sneaker CA launches, this is just where I post new things that are added on the sneakers website for Canada. You can view the bot recaps for drops that have happened. They basically just help you figure out which bots were useful and may gauge your interest into purchasing a bot yourself. Weekly calendars are posted every single week. They just they tell you what's coming up in the week, and they help you plan your day around what's coming up. In the next channel we have Supreme Drops. This is where you can find a full Supreme drop list of what's coming out. It'll tell you the name of the product, the popularity of it, the price, the category, and if you should get it or not. Under all of this, you'll find keywords for your Supreme bots. Some recommended Supreme bots are like Feathers and Mecha-Preem and Candy-Preem. So if you are looking into a Supreme bot, I would recommend those. They work really well and they've had success every single week. You can find your keywords, your category, and your colors here, and some little recommendations. It's up to you if you want to purchase Supreme or not. I would recommend it for some items. Some things are bricks like accessories and so on. It's all up to you, but this is where you can find information on all of that. Every Mondays, Kith has a Monday program. You can find what's coming up in this channel, Kith Monday program. What we also have is early links. So early links is a link that we can get ourselves before it's even loaded on the site. So instead of you going around the site and searching for a product, you will just be able to click on the link and refresh once it's the drop time, which is 11 a.m. for Kith. If you load this up at 10:50, you won't see any product, but once you reload it at 11, it will be there and ready for you to add to cart. Up next, we have the release channel. So we had the recent release of the Cloud White 350s, the Reflectives, the Citron 350s, and the Reflectives as well. So this is where you can find release information on the upcoming drops. We usually post the retail, the SKU, the release date, and the estimated profit for what the shoe is. You can also find some raffles that we post by clicking on the little here. It'll take you to the site and you'll be able to complete the raffle on your own. The raffles are a very good idea to enter, especially for shoes that are high profit. If you don't want to enter them, that's okay. Some of them do give you a lot of duties since a lot of the raffles are overseas or in America. And next we have our release list. So at 1 a.m. the store is releasing and so on. It just helps you plan out your night and if you should be staying up for these sites or not. Some specific sites that generally always drop shoes like Foot Locker CA, Deadstock, NRML, you got Haven Shop, and so on. But you can find their release information here. So Foot Locker CA, we post the products releasing and the product IDs. We also post Adidas information with accurate stock numbers, and just some little information on how to cop. I recommend reading through the release channels a few times just so you don't miss any information. We post keywords for your bots. By putting in the keywords, it allows you to pick up your product faster than by manually inputting the link. The faster you are at picking up the product, the more likely you are to purchase the item. So what you see here, these are early links and variants. So an early link is, again, just like the Kith one. It doesn't load up immediately, but on the drop time, if you reload the link, it will be there. You can put these links into your bots, or optionally, you can use a variant. A variant is essentially a direct product code with a size attached to it. So if you put this in your bot, it will automatically pick up the product at the size at the exact same time and take you to checkout. These are the most optimal way to checking out a product fast on Shopify, because you won't need to go through the link and then choose a size and then add to cart and so on. This automatically does everything for you. However, if you are a manual user, you can still use these. At the bottom of all the early links here, you see we get them for Deadstock CA, Bodega Store, Likelihood, Normal, Shoe Gallery, Shop Nice Kicks, Exhibition, and so on. But at the bottom, we post a little Q&A. So what are these numbers? The numbers are variants, which you can see here. This is a variant. They're used in your bot to increase copying. But if you are manual users, you can make them into an add to cart link. You simply take the site name, which for Yeezy Supply it would be yeezysupply.com. You would add /cart/variant here. So if this was my variant, we would do yeezysupply.com.com/cart/ and then your variant. And then you want to do the colon and then a 1. So this indicates that you want to buy this product in the quantity. You can then put this into your browser and it'll automatically add it to your cart and it'll take you to checkout. You can find little quick links that we post here like keywords, release times, information, and so on. You'll find a lot of our information is very exclusive. You don't get this in many places. So please do not post our information anywhere else. The more you post our information, the less likely a chance that you have to get the product because more people have access to the information then. So whatever you do, please don't post our information anywhere. If I find you posting our information places, you will be banned from our group. So after the releases, we will jump right into the monitors. Under the Shopify, the Nike, the Mesh, the Foot Sites, the Supreme, and the non-Shopify categories, you will find the monitors. So what a monitor does is it watches the sites that we tell it to for a product that drops or a newly product that's added. It'll look for restocks and so on. So, and they will be automatically shown in these categories. So hype filter, this is where you'll find the most hyped items of the drops that are coming up, like the Yeezys and the Jordans and items that people want to buy. So from our monitor, you can click on the ATC, and once you click on the ATC, it'll bring you to with the item to the cart. So you see here I added to cart at 10.5 kids Yeezy 350 Citron. And it'll automatically make it so that you can check out. You can click PayPal, you can go through the steps here. And it's especially useful on drops that come up or shock drops of items. Sometimes sites like Kith decide to drop their products early if they know that we're waiting for them. So you can keep your notifications on for this channel by right-clicking and unmuting it, or you can go to your notification settings in the server and allowing notifications for it. In the monitor, next to the ATC, you have bot 1 and bot 2. By clicking on the bot 1 or bot 2, it'll automatically start a task in your bot. This is for bot users. If you're manual, you can totally disregard this, but I assume if you're into the sneakers, you will be looking into a bot option hopefully soon. You can set up the monitor for your bot by clicking on the setup tab here. You can also go to our quick task setup and clicking on this link to set up the monitors for yourself. There's also a little tutorial here for you on how to use the monitors and how to set them up for your bot. But if you click on the setup, it'll take you to the quick task configuration. All these little squares here are bots that you own or will be owning at some point. But say you had like a cyber copy, you would click on the bot that you had here, cyber, then click on bot 1 and save it. And then it also allows you to add another bot. So say you had 2 bots and you want a quick task on both. You would then click on bot 2 and you would click on your second bot. So say I had like what bot? This one. I would then click on save bot. And then easy as that, once you click on the bot 1 or bot 2, it'll send the task right to your bot and start checking out for you. Under the hype filtered, you have an unfiltered channel. This is rarely used. I would not recommend keeping notifications on for this. It is very spammy, and the monitor channels that you will just need mainly is hype filtered, Kith, DSM, undefeated, and the password. Since we are a Canadian group, we also have Canadian monitors like Canada filtered. This is for Canadian stores like Haven Shop, Deadstock, Normal, and so on. You can find restocks and drops for those in here. They do also show in hype filtered, so this is just a secondary option for you. Below the Shopify monitors, we have our Nike monitors. This is for Sneakers CA, UK, China. We do have a Nike CA monitor, Hunts, and so on. These two are disabled for now, but I'll be working my best to get them back up. The Hunts, you can find them in the Sneakers US and Scratch. This is where you can find Sneakers passes. It'll also show when you need to scratch on one of the drops to reveal the product. So I recommend keeping your monitor notifications on for Sneakers US. Next, we have the mesh category. We just got these set up, so these monitor the sites like Size, JD, Foot Patrol, and so on. Underneath mesh, we have foot sites. This is where you can find our Foot Locker CA monitors. So this is where you can find restocks and drops of like Yeezys and Jordans and so on. Everything that's on the Foot Locker site will show up under here. There's also a Foot Locker US monitor if you are a US person. This group is for everybody. It's just with an emphasis on Canada. There's a Champs, an East Bay, and a Foot Action monitor as well. Below the Foot Sites monitor, we have Supreme US. This is just where you can find restocks of products that happen on Supreme. By clicking on like the size large, it'll automatically add it to your cart just like you saw with the Shopify ones. Below the Supreme monitors, we have the non-Shopify monitors. So this is where you can find like Kicks, BSTN, Shoe Gallery, Mini Shop, Soulbox, and so on. This is the filtered channel, so anything that, again, is filtered or hyped, it will show up in here. But we do have an Off-White monitor, a Soulbox monitor, Packer Bodega, Frenzy. We do custom sites like BSTN, and you can just go through here to see what type of sites we do support. Um, Under the Shopify backup, this is just a backup monitor in case our primary ones above do not catch it, but you don't typically have to keep monitor notifications on for these, they're just in case. We do also support Funko. Funko hasn't really been doing that well lately, but the choice is up to you if you do want to use the monitors here. As you can see, things don't restock often, but they do restock once in a while. So up next, we'll just go over some bot setups. So if you are looking to purchase a bot, you can open up a ticket and we'll help you with like the bots that you're looking to buy. So some popular bots now, if you go to our guys channel, we have a latest bot guide. You can look through the all-in-one bots. These are typically referred to as AIO, so CyberSoul, Project Destroyer, Kodai, Soul AIO, Eve AIO, TKS. But you can find bots for Shopify, and we do add on to this list, so it is up to you. But you can go through here and look at which bots support what and what they're good at. So with botting comes the use of proxies and servers. So proxies are basically what allow you to check out multiples or have multiple tasks. So a task in a bot is basically if you're looking to purchase one item, you would run one task or you can run multiple tasks, but your success is going to depend on how many tasks you run. One task won't always guarantee success. Sometimes you will, by the luck of it, get success from just one task. But so proxies basically allow you to run multiple tasks without getting banned on the site. So sites like Shopify will ban you pretty quickly if you refresh on the site too much, and that goes the same for botting. So if you're botting under your local IP, which is just one IP, you will get banned throughout all of your tasks instantly, just because you were requesting the site so much. So what's recommended is proxies. Under our marketplace, you can find the proxies tab, and this is where we have providers that post deals on proxies and proxies that they want to sell. So we've got iced out kicks, we've got flash proxies, panther proxies, cookie proxies, zoom proxies, and so on. But you can go through here to find the proxies that you want to purchase. Again, proxies are just used if you want to purchase multiples or if you want to have a lot of tasks, but the more tasks you have, the higher chance of success that you will have. Something that you might want to consider when using a bot is using a server. So a server is used for putting your bot on a virtual computer that is closer to the location of Shopify, or closer to the location of Nike, or closer to the location of any site. So for Shopify, you would typically use a Virginia server or a Montreal server, since that's the closest locations to Shopify. What that'll do is it'll give you the fastest connection to them, and it'll allow you to pick up the products quicker than somebody, say, who is 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers or miles away from the server. So on top of the proxies, you may want to consider using a server. It's useful for Shopify, Yeezy Supply, and so on. If you're just looking to bot Nike or Foot Locker or Adidas, you don't necessarily need a server because speeds for purchasing those products isn't the main factor in purchasing them because they do have anti-bot measures. So up next, if you don't have a bot, it's totally okay. I totally understand. Not everybody's going to have a bot once they join the server. You can go and look at our scripts channel here. This is where you'll find custom bots and programs that I've made for the group. So we've got a captcha tool. This will help you increase the one-click status on your Gmails. We also have a Nike Canada discount code generator. This will generate you 10% discount codes. All you have to do is follow the guide here, download the little program, and it will generate you Nike CA codes every single hour. We also do support a Supreme bot that is made by myself. Basically, you just download the Supreme bot, go through the setup again, input some keywords, a category, and a size, and it will do its best to add the product to cart. These are little scripts that I offer to the group free, and it comes with your membership. I understand not everybody can have bots, so I do my best to make your time worthwhile here. So if you don't have a bot right away, I would recommend looking into these options that we do provide. We will be adding more scripts often. We have a Shopify one in the works, and we do have other ones that we're currently working on. They just take time. Obviously, there's anti-bot, and we have to get around them, but if you are looking to bot and don't have a bot, this is a good resource. So that was just a quick overview of our server. If you have any questions or need any clarification on anything that I've went over, please be sure to let me know. My DMs are always open. People DM me constantly, and that's okay. I answer every single DM, so if you ever need any help, just let me know, and I'll respond back to you right away. Enjoy your time. Thank you.